And welcome back to the Morning Blend here. The Pettit National Ice Center is a not-for-profit organization that was built in 1992. It's an official U.S. Olympic training site that's helped many speed skaters attain their dreams of winning medals. But it's not just the athletes that appreciate the world-class facility. More than 400,000 visitors use the Pettit on ice recreation on a recreational basis.
Yeah, and here to tell us more is the executive director, Randy Dean. We're going to welcome him to the Morning Blend. Nice to have you here.
Thanks for
nice
being
to be
here.
Thank you for having me.
It's exciting for people in Milwaukee, I think, to watch the Olympics and know that some of the best athletes in the world train right here at home.
We're very, very fortunate. There's a lot of personal connections we make with people that train there, and also coverage that Channel 4 has provided, covering our athletes here. We really enjoy it.
It's been a blast, yeah.
We had our colleague Lisa out there just last week, and she was interviewing people, and it was neat to see how a lot of the people who were there skating for themselves really felt like they did. They knew those athletes, they were cheering for them personally. And how do you feel like that really reflects on us as a community, having such a personal connection?
Well, I think the athletes really enjoy training here because the community kind of embraces them. They see how hard they work. They see how often they're training, and so when they do well, they share that celebration. When they don't do well, we share the disappointment too.
It's true.
A lot has been made about training at sea level. What does that mean for athletes, especially as they go to compete in a place that's also at sea level? What's the importance of that for people who don't know about training at different levels?
You like to replicate the conditions where you can compete where you train. I think that's a good practice in almost any sport that you do. Now, there's some benefits to training at high altitude for oxygen content and that type of thing. But we think that training, based on your training at sea level, will give you the best results at sea level.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's not something I knew about the Pettit Center. That's a nice little nugget there for a lot of us to use in conversation. But you also offer really great opportunities to the general public. What are some of those that people can take advantage of if they're not going to be an Olympic ski skater themselves?
Absolutely. Our model's kind of been gold medal excellence, community well-being. Gold medal excellence being the athletes that train there at a very high level, but the community well-being is where we really shine. Skating school, public skating, our hockey programs. It's just the community thrives and gets good exercise, good recreation, has a lot of fun together too.
There's even a run-walk track at the Pettit.
Absolutely.
That people can use, especially with our weather being the way it has been. That's kind of a nice thing for the athletes as well as the public.
It's been very, very popular this year. We actually enhanced the track last summer, made it wider and more cushioned. And we need that space this year, quite frankly, because it's been inundated. But people enjoy that because as they're running the track, they can look over their left shoulder and see people skating, having a good time. Sometimes it's a loved one. Maybe a parent who's running on the track, and they don't want to skate, but their loved one or their child is skating on the track, on the oval.
Try and race those speed skaters once on land. A little hard to do. What about skating school? What is that?
Well, we have the largest skating school in the state. We do about 2,500 students a year.
Wow.
And so it's for youngsters, age 3, with our Tot and Me program with our parents, or Snowplow Sam, all the way up through basic Learn to Skate program, 1 through 8 levels.
Can you do our age too?
You can get the freestyle too when you do your spins and jumps too.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to try that sometime. Look at how cute they are there on the ice. What about for people who don't have their own ice skates?
Plenty of skates to rent.
Really?
We know that, especially with youngsters who are starting out learning, they grow so fast. We encourage people to rent the skates, and so they can accommodate. Once the kids kind of level off in their growth, then they can buy the skates.
When you think about some of the athletes who spent hours and hours at the Pettit, you think about the Bonnie Blairs and the Dan Jansons and the Shawnee Davis. I mean, it really boasts an incredible lineup of athletes who through the years have performed so well for America.
Yeah, it's been a mecca for us. I mean, there are 2 spots. We talk about Salt Lake being high altitude, but then the Pettit Center going back to over 20 years. And that goes back to even the outdoor oval, too, back to the mid-'60s. When snow would blow off and the salt would blow off the expressway, training the outdoor oval. The indoor oval then was built to make a better environment for training. And so we've enjoyed it and benefited, and the community's benefited too.
Are there, I didn't catch if you said this for part of the open skate or the freestyle too, but when somebody just from the community wants to come, if they're not really a good skater, are there specific hours? Because I know when I went there a week ago, there was a lot of people who knew what they were doing. They were very good, and I felt like, will I get in their way? So are there times for more beginners to really come and just have fun and skate on the ice?
We usually have a good group of volunteers that are willing to help people, to kind of usually tie up some skates tight, give them a few pointers and do that type of thing. But we encourage them to look at the skating school. That's a great place, even for adults. I run into people on the oval when I monitor in public sessions who are just starting out, and I encourage them to go take a lesson or two. or go to a 6-week lesson, as our lessons normally are, and that is a world of difference for them.
And it's wonderful to be able to skate year-round. We don't have to wait for the cold to be able to skate at the Pettit. And again, that run, walk, track, and just for anybody, you don't have to have any experience to participate or take one of the skate school lessons for all ages, starting at 3, which is just so cute. You can find out more about the Pettit National Ice Center by calling 414-266-0100. They're on Facebook and Twitter. You can also go to thepettit.com. Great to have you here today.
Hey, nice to be here. I like your Olympic gear, too.
Thank you. Thanks so much. We appreciate it.